Boom, somebody else is married. Boom, somebody else just got engaged. Boom, somebody else just got knocked up. Boom, somebody just had a baby. Boom, this just happened. I'm just like, because why I'm seeing this? Because at this point, are you trying to rub it in my face? And I'm not talking to them, it's me and God. Like, what am I, and here's my thing. I know that I'm a good woman. I know what happened, and I know what I want. But and also, what am I doing that I'm still single? And that's the question I ask myself. Hi guys, welcome back to season 3, the first episode of Jazzy Speaks. Life be life, and let's just dive right into it. So, listen. This is like my safe corner. If you don't know, I have moved into a new house. This is house number 2 for me. I am in a corner of my living room, and it's gonna be a very vulnerable video. And if you know me, vulnerability is not something that I do if you are not closely related to me. And even in that, there's still a distance. And this video is not gonna be about dating necessarily, but it is the thing that I find myself challenged with right now. This is more so about how I stay strong in my faith and how I am waiting. So make sure my phone is on silent because I want no interruptions or whatever the case is. So I'm a very type A. I am a very much type A personality. I have to be like, I make plans, I set schedules, I do all of the things, and I fully understand that everything happens in God's timing when He wants it to happen. And if He wants it to happen, how He wants it to happen, and why He wants it to happen. And still in that mindset, I will be in my feelings if something doesn't play out the way that I want it to play out. So let's just dive in, and I'm going to be completely honest, completely vulnerable. And if I cry, then listen, you got me, okay? You got me. So I have had my entire life planned out since I could function and fathom the idea of planning out life, right? I've been the same person my entire life. Very much headstrong, very much dominant, very much independent. I can do it on my own, hardworking, multifaceted, all of the things. Very much type A, very much OCD, a little bit of a germaphobe, a little bit of ADHD. Like, I have to be able to do multiple things at one time. If I can't, I don't like it. And people make the statement that you can't give yourself, you can't completely put 100% of yourself into everything that you do. Something's going to fall short. And I don't believe that. Because people, I always say too that you can't be good at everything. That's not the case for me. Number one, something I know I get from my father, you're not going to do what, you can't tell me what I can't do. That's enough. You can't tell me what I can't do. Don't do that. To me, that's disrespectful. Because who are you to tell me what my capabilities are, what my capacity is, and what I can and cannot achieve? I take that as a challenge. I'm a very competitive person. So if you fix them, I say, oh yeah, Jazz, you can't do that. Even if you were joking, I'm gonna take it as a shot and a challenge. So in that mindset, so you have a little bit of a framework of how I operate mentally. I set out, when I planned out my life, like I planned out my entire wedding, I planned out my entire graduation for high school, for college, all of the things. I said I was gonna go to school to be a lawyer and a doctor. I was gonna be a teacher, a cosmetologist, an artist, an author, all of the things. And up until I published my first book, I did not know that I had set out, that I achieved all the things I set out to achieve. My mom had to tell me. She said, Jazz, you are a cosmetologist. She said, you have been doing hair for years. You just never got your license. And the only reason why I did not get my license because I did not have the time to go to school. My mother is a cosmetologist. She's a licensed cosmetologist. I learned everything I learned from her, and then everything else I learned, I taught myself and I learned from YouTube, and I teach her. So, and I've made a ton of money from doing hair. And a lot of money I didn't make because the heads I did it on, I practiced, so those are my little cousins. Also, I have been a coach. I've coached multiple teams, coached fitness and all other things. I have published 2 books. This is my home. This is my second home at the age of 30. I have been the executive director of a nonprofit, and I ran multiple. I've sat on multiple nonprofit boards. I am the president currently of one nonprofit. I have 6 businesses. I said I wanted to have 6 bank accounts. Your girl is up to like 15 bank accounts. It's not all fun and games. It's not all fun and games. I used to say that I wanted to be just like my mom. I wanted to have a bunch of credit cards. At one point, I had 14 freaking credit cards. And I can say as of January 2025, minus the cards that I have for my businesses, I only have 4 personal cards. That means I paid off all the rest of my cards. Now we excluding the cards that I have to have for my business. The business credit cards and the business credit card for the nonprofits and the one for my business, those do not count. Me personally, I have 14 credit cards. The girl has a shopping problem. And minus those, I've gotten down to my Victoria's Secret card. I shredded, but I still have the account. And it was almost paid off, and then I ran around and they had a big sale, so I racked up. So that's about to be paid off yet again. And then my city card is like my emergency card. I really just use it for one of my businesses because I didn't want to get a business card for that one. And so I've paid that off multiple times. Then I buy stuff for the business, turn around, pay back off. And then there's one other card that I have, but I shredded so I couldn't use it. And I just go pay it off. I can't remember the name of it. I don't use it. I just pay it off. That way I don't have to worry about using it. But it's bad when the stores can just pull up your card. And I'm like, oh yeah, charge it. It's fine. I have the money in my account, but I'm just like, oh no. Because I just cannot. I refuse to swipe a card. But anyway, all of the things, right? So I just really want to be like my mom. My mom loves jewelry. I love jewelry. Zales can have me. I had a Zales, $3,000 limit. Charge it up every time. Yeah. So that's the thing with me. I very much I set out to do things and I would do them. And at this age now, I realize, okay, having a bunch of credit cards is not cute. So I got rid of all of them. And I'm this close from having all of them paid off and completely done. I'm very proud of myself. Also, this month I've chosen not to do any shopping because I have a shopping problem. So I said, it takes 21 days to create a habit. Roughly 4 months to break one. And that's about 120 days. I am currently on day 12 of not doing any shopping as far as buying clothes, shoes, jewelry, perfume, all those things. If it's not a necessity like dog food, groceries, I'm not shopping. Or for the business. Anything for the business does not count. I don't really eat fast food. So I said I wasn't doing any fast food this week, and I remember why I said this because sometimes I've gotten so busy at work and I didn't cook the night before, and then I got to the point where I realized I've gone 2 days without eating. I'll send my admin to the store to get me food. So I was like, nope, you're not gonna do that. You're gonna meal prep. So, and that makes me stop doing work and come home and cook. Like I said, my office and my building is behind my house. So I would literally walk out the back door, go to my house, cook me some food, eat, and then get back to it. Even if I'm on a Zoom call while I'm cooking, that's how that works. So I'm very much competitive too, so that kind of helps with me sticking to my challenges. But in this journey, I don't know, life has really been life. And at age 30, I set out, this is the thing. I planned out my entire life, right? And so I said by age 22, I would have graduated college, being a doctor and a lawyer. Mind you, I made these goals at like 3rd, 4th, 5th grade. So it wasn't computing in my head that undergrad is 4 years. Law school is another 3 to 4. And then you talking about a master's. I knocked out my master's in 1 year. Did that 14 months, but essentially a year. Graduated with a 4.0. Very proud of myself. I worked my butt off. It was hard, and I worked, and it was during COVID. So yeah. But I said at 22, you know, I'll be through with school. I will be married. At 23, I'll give it a year, you know, being married. And at 23, I will have my first son. And then I'll wait 3 years and I will have me a daughter. And then wait 2 years and have another son. And then wait, so that'll be 23, 26, I'll have a daughter. 28, I will have a son. And then at 30, I have another daughter. And then I will have another son, another daughter immediately after each other, right? That was the plan. September 30th, 2024, I turned 30. Not only do I not have any kids, I'm not married. And the whole not being married thing is I'm not even in a relationship. Like, I'm not dating. And you gotta think about how much of a shot it is to me, for the type of person I am, to make the plans that I make. How much of a shot to my ego it is, to my pride, and to my feelings that I'm at age 30 and I am not married, not even in a relationship. And we can chalk it up to saying that, okay, well, you know what you want. I do know what I want. I'm very strict on what I want. But then also, this hurts. It, honest to God, hurts that I can look. And I want you to be very clear. I'm not a jealous person. I'm not spiteful. I'm not intentionally out to hurt or get anyone. And I genuinely love to see people excelling. Literally, I feel that God put me here to be a server, to serve people. That's the whole reason why I have a nonprofit. That's the entire reason why half of my clients have nonprofits. Like, that's what I work with. I love feeding people. I love seeing people having their dreams come true and all of those things. And then I think about, too, I've been brought up in church my entire life. And my parents told me, I read for myself. And I read this every day. And if I don't read it every single day, I come back to it. Like, if you can take a skim through my Bible. I have markings and all of the things. Right now, I'm in the book of Genesis. Well, for my personal reading, I'm in the book of Genesis. And I think the last chapter I read was Genesis 21. Let me make sure. It was yesterday. Was it yesterday? It's Thursday. No, the last chapter I read was Genesis 22. Excuse me. So today, I will be reading Genesis 23. So my personal reading in Bible journaling, I'm in Genesis chapter 23. For a Bible study, we are in, I want to say Mark. Pretty sure it's right. Yeah, because we finished the entire thing of Matthew. So we're in Mark. And so what we did was we ended up having to stop Bible study for a few months because some things conspired. And so we started back up this year. And we set it to the time so that way our kids who go to the daycare, their parents can come and attend Bible study with the kids. So we started over because we originally should have been started back in Mark 4. But we started over in Mark 1. So when I tell you I read my word and I'm in my word and I'm highlighting and taking notes and writing like I'm in it. So personally, I'm in Genesis 23 for my own reading, and then in Bible study on Thursdays we are in Mark. And so, and think about this now, my father's a pastor, so every chance he gets, he's on us. And I'm avidly, the things I do, like when I pray, I tell God, listen, let my thoughts be of you. Let my actions be reflecting of you, because I don't want any instance where there's a little space in there for the devil to just like get in, right? And so being focused on my word and me knowing that God requires certain things of us, and knowing that God will give you your heart's desire if you are doing what he's asking you to do. The thing is, though, it has to be what he desires for you. And that's the thing for me. And this is what I fight myself about. The whole, I'm not questioning God, I'm questioning if I said I wanted to be a mother, a wife and a mother, to have a family. And God wants us to be fruitful and multiply. And yet I'm sitting here at age 30, I'm trying to figure out why is it that I'm not a wife, I don't have any kids, I'm not out here. When I tell you I'm not sexually active, I do not have sex. I don't. That's not something that I do. And you can say, well, maybe you're not married because you're not dating. Okay, it's not that I'm not dating. It's that my focus is, okay, well, don't focus on the guy. The guy will come. And then a guy comes and I attempt to give you a chance and then you do something sideways. I'm just like, you know what? This is why I'm good. I'm good by myself. And I tell people that all the time, I spend all of my time alone outside of my dogs, who just so happened, the youngest dog just looked at me. She's like, do you not see me right here? She's literally stretching in front of the camera. I can't see her. And outside of my immediate family, I talk to no one. If it's not business related, personally, like I don't have conversations with anybody. And when I say immediate family, I do refer to my best friends, but I rarely talk to them as if, like, all I do is work, right? And as time has gone on, like I've left college now. In college, I had all type of access to all type of guys. Guys were always around. And then when I moved back home, again, that decreased the access that I had to guys, right? Because I worked in one city, which is 45 minutes from where I live. And then I went to the gym, 2 different gyms in my city. So, okay, well, I work for a university. So, yes, I have access to men. But and also the downside on that is the college guys thought I were their age. Because I was young, but they thought I was their age and I was not. That's a problem in itself. So, And then my office was off campus. So it was like right on the back street of campus. So I didn't have to go on campus unless I actually need to. And I worked in a building full of women. And the only male that was in that building was an old, Get down. The only male that was in that building was an old man, right? Cool. So then the gym. I go to the gym either early in the morning or late at night. And with that, I had, in the entire time that I was going to both of those gyms, I had maybe 5 guys. Five guys that, you know, said something to me, you know, reached out to me. Just like, oh yeah, you know, I'm interested in you. What about this and the third? 2 of which were too young. One guy was married. He just wanted to come to me. He was just like, he said, I'm not trying to shoot my shot at you. I just want you to know. Now I love looking at you at the gym. Not in a bad way, you know, just coming how I work this and third. Cool, thank you, I appreciate that. The other guy was his home guy, and he was interested in me, but he's not a relationship type. He just wanted sex. Like, and he told me, he was like, man, he said, I want to eat you out, but I need you to eat me out. And I'm sorry, I'm being very vulgar because I'm going to be completely honest. This is how this went. And he and I were cool, but I just told him, like, I'm not that type of female. But he's like, I know you're not. He's like, you can tell you're a good girl, but then also, you know, anybody can be a bad girl for the right guy. Huh? Okay, great. I'm a woman, so find somebody else. That's not it for me. Another guy, he and I were cool. We call each other business partners because I send him business and vice versa. That's about the gist of that. And then 2 other guys I was not interested in. One guy actually ended up stalking me. Whole thing, yeah, weird. So when I moved back to the city that I'm from, I no longer go to either of those gyms unless I have to train somebody there, which I have not done that in months. So I have an in-home gym now. I turned my 3rd bedroom into an in-home gym, so I don't have to leave my house to go to the gym. So that decreases the access that I have to meet guys. My church is in my backyard. My business is in my backyard. 95% of the people that attend my church are related to me. And 99% of the people that attend my church are female. Okay, so yet again, no options to meet guys. if I leave my building, I'm out at a conference or a training or something for either one of my businesses or with a client or for my nonprofit. And most of the events that I go to for my nonprofits are predominantly women, or they are men who are old or older than me, okay? Let's get that very clear. For the conferences that I attend for my business, they're probably 50-50 men, 50-50 women, but in the event that there are men there, they are either older, old, married, or gay, or 65. And not to say anything about a soft guy, but I'm very much if you can tell me what to do, you can tell me what to do. If you can't tell me what to do, then you can't tell me what to do. And if that went over your head, that tells you where you lie on that spectrum. Okay, all right. So for that, it's the chances of me meeting. So the only way, and I do a lot of traveling, which is crazy. So the only way that I would meet somebody in the event that I'm traveling, it would be for me to stop and get gas. That's not likely. Now, I've had a few times a guy asked me for my number when I went to go pick up food or something like that. But that's a no for me too, because no. Even more so, I'm a little skeptical, or no, I'm not going to say that. When I have meetings with clients, with male clients, I can say 2 of every 5 male clients that I have will at some point in that conversation make a pass at me. I'm going to say 2 of 5. And this is not something I'm making up. This is something that's actually happening. I let it be known very clear. That's not what this is. That's not what I'm doing. That's not where I want this to go. I'm not interested. So you got to understand, for me, it's hard, and I'm very much heavy in my faith, but sometimes I get pissed off. I'm just like, look, I don't even scroll on Facebook anymore. I make my posts on my stories. That's it. I scroll on TikTok because I follow people who do some of the same things that I do, whether it's for my property business or my Jazzy Speaks company business. Please get down. It's just, it's who I follow. It's stuff that makes me laugh, right? So it's very infuriating if I open up Facebook or Instagram to post something for one of my businesses, whatever the case is, because that is how I have clients coming in and how I get content. How I get income. I have to stay posted on social media, and I see, boom, somebody else is married. Boom, somebody else just got engaged. Boom, somebody else just got knocked up. Boom, somebody just had a baby. Boom, this just happened. I'm just like, because why I'm seeing this? Because at this point, are you trying to rub it in my face? And I'm not talking to them. It's me and God. What am I? And here's my thing. I know that I'm a good woman. I know what happened, and I know what I want. But also, what am I doing that I'm still single? And that's the question I ask myself. Because if it's because I'm not having sex, so be it, oh well. Because I don't want to be the person that has bodies on her. But and also, the females who have bodies on them are getting wiped up every day. Now, what I don't care about is being a baby mama. So if you just actually, you started getting knocked up by this dude, whatever the case, and this is not me taking shots at anybody. If every time I look around, you popping out a baby, and this dude ain't married to you, he ain't thinking about marriage, especially if he getting around, I don't give a flying flip, because I would never want to be a baby mother. That's not me. I don't. That's not where I want to be. But and also, you have a kid. And even more so when you have these people who care nothing about the kid, but they get knocked up for the benefits. Whether that benefit be government assistance, income taxes, or child support. It's annoying. Because I'm like, okay, God, you said put you first. You're first. You said be in my word. Don't lie, don't cheat, don't steal, don't do this, don't be out here sexually active, watch your mouth. All of these things, be giving, be loving, be kind. I'm doing all the things. I'm working, I'm focused. There's nobody coming sleeping in my house. I'm not doing what is the problem? Because then When I get to the point where I'm just like, okay, well, bump this. Now I'm just like, all right, well, it seems like everybody's getting what the heck they want but me. Or more so, they getting what I want. So why am I being on my best behavior if everybody can act the way they want to act and get what they want to want? And it's honest, because sometimes you have to question, like, what is it? Because at this point, I'm starting to realize maybe I am supposed to be one of the Lord's strongest warriors. Because what's the saying that people say? That he gives his hardest battles to his strong. I'm not strong, God. I'm hurt. I am hurting. Where's my man? Where's my person? And it pisses me off because I have all of these different facets of Jazz. My parents get a side of me. My mom gets a different side than my dad gets. My siblings get a side of me. My friends get a side of me. My grandparents. All of the things. You have work Jazz, this Jazz, that Jazz. I have two best friends. What Brittany gets from me and what Ty gets from me are two different Jazzes. What I want to be. I want to be one whole Jazz for my person. I'm having to portion out who I give and what I give to. Being over Leader Married Youth Council, they get a portion of me. Being over this business, get a portion. Being over this business, get a portion. When am I going to get my person that I can give my entire self, so they can look at me and see all of me inside and out, every emotional phase of me, all of the things, and I can be safe and vulnerable with that person? When am I going to have that? That's what I want. I am okay alone because I'm not stressed out. I don't have any drama. I'm not going back and forth with anybody's baby mother. I don't have anybody pull up to my house acting crazy, all of the things. But then also, my heart is lonely. That's the hard part. And I don't think people understand it. All you see is me smile. All you see is me working. Oh, Jazz, you're so mad. Jazz, you're doing this, or you're doing this, or you got so much going on. You're such a good person. Yeah, but Jazz is tired. I'm not tired of what I'm doing. I'm tired of after getting my butt kicked all day, after putting 1,010% in for everybody else. I don't have anybody putting that top 10% in for me. Everybody that calls my phone wants something. Whether it's to help with this or to give that or to do that or volunteer with this or to listen to you cry about something, whatever the case is, everybody that calls my phone wants something. Nobody. And I absolutely mean nobody calls my phone and says, hey, how are you? Are you okay? What can I do for you? And that hurts. Regardless of whether or not, if I will tell you that I'm not okay, because I'm not. I tell everybody I'm fighting for my life. I tell everybody that I'm fighting for my life. This is my response to everything. Girl, how you doing? Fight for my life. What's up? But I'm good. And I'm so serious, and at the same time I'm joking. No, I actually am. I am fighting for my life. I'm fighting to make sure that I am pure spiritually, because I want to get to heaven. And a lot of times, every day I'm being tried. I am. Outside of that's that. And it's just like, how you doing? Okay, I'm calling about this. I'm calling about that. And I'm just like, okay, yeah. There's this lady I watch on TikTok. I think her TikTok name is Nikki's Side of Clean, or Nikki's Side of TikTok, or something like that. And she does like clean this and third, but something that she says in some of her videos about you have to refill the cup you pour from. Not only am I not doing a good job at refilling my cup, I don't have anybody refilling my cup. I desire to have a love that is beyond anything that I have dreamt, prayed for, and imagined of. I want a man in my life right now at this stage that loves me like God loves the church, that pours into me as much as I pour into him. I'm a giver, and I want that same thing in return. I desire that, and it hurts to come home at the end of the night when I do crawl into bed between 2 and 3 o'clock in the morning. I'm crawling to an empty bed. That doesn't feel good. Praying, going to sleep, waking up, praying again, doing my journaling, all the things. It hurts. And what it is right now, anytime that I feel myself getting in that place where I am emotionally overwhelmed, the only thing I can do is go read my word. And every single time I go to read that Bible, it's always something. Like, case in point, I want to tell you the exact chapter, because I don't want to be on here saying, oh, well, you said this is not there. You're absolutely right. So, you know, in Genesis is where they talk about Abram and Sarai. And then we got to the chapter where Abram was turned into, his name was changed to Abraham, and then Sarai was changed to Sarah, right? Abraham and Sarah were husband and wife. They were also sister and brother. Same dad, different mother. And a couple of times, Abraham and Sarah came into a new land or whatever, and then they lied to the king, was like, oh yeah, this is my sister. And Abraham told Sarah to do this so he wouldn't be killed. And Sarah went along with it, which is deception or whatever. So the last time was with King Abimelech, if I'm saying it correctly. He was like, why would you set me up to be punished by God like that? You know, whole thing. But in Genesis chapter, I want to say it was 19. Let me see. No. It was chapter 18. Yeah. Chapter 18. God promised Sarah a child. Y'all know when it first started about, you know, Sarah had this handmaid named, you just be giving out names, knowing that little name. Her name, because she was the father of Ishmael. What's that girl name? She was the Egyptian. Hagar. Sarai had a handmaid named Hagar. Sarai couldn't bear Abram no kids, right? Sarai couldn't get Abram no kids. And so Sarai was just like, I know you want kids. Clearly I'm barren, but I'm going to give you my handmaid. You know, I'm going to give you my handmaid, and she can bear you a son. Hagar got knocked out. And Hagar was looking at Sarah sideways like, yeah, I'm better than you. I got your man a baby, da-da-da. Sarah was pissed. So when Hagar gave birth to Ishmael, Sarah didn't like that, and she was sideways. She was like, banish her, get rid of her. But God told Hagar, I'm going to take your son, is going to be this, that, and the third. So the problem was Sarai, because she wants to say her time with Sarai. You did that. You gave her to your husband for so he can have an heir. And then you want to hate that lady. You're wrong for that. So when their name changed to Sarah and all that, God told Sarah, I'm going to give you a baby. Sarah didn't believe it. She was like, yeah, God, whatever. In this old age, same thing with Abraham. I'm 99. Now you want to give me a kid. I don't believe you're going to give me a kid about this and 30. Mind you, you already got a son, Ishmael, who you banished off because your wife told you to get rid of. After she's the one who told you to lay down, so you was wrong anyway because you the head. You fell in her. But that's not the point we're getting at. Point is, God promised Sarah and Abraham a child. And Sarah was just like, you essentially spat in God's face. Like, she laughed like, that ain't gonna happen. And I'm just like, okay, God, I see. God said, because one thing we need to know, what God said is what it's gonna be. And it's gonna happen when he says it's gonna happen. And the thing with us is, if we don't see it and we can't understand how it's gonna work out, we don't really believe it at all. And so while I'm reading, I'm just like, okay, God, in your time, I got you. Then I kind of relate to Sarah a little bit. I'm just like, okay, another birthday, another year. Where's my kid? Where's my husband? What is going on? Because at this point, I kind of understand Sarah. Because in this world, they tell us, kids past the age of 35 is geriatric pregnancy. At age 30, you pushing it. And I'm 30. And I want 6 kids. And I can't unhear my mother telling me, God will give you your heart's desire if you're committed to him. But I also can't unhear that it has to be what he wants for you. But I also can't unhear be fruitful and multiply. But I also can't stop thinking like, okay, well, my eggs are drying up. And then Sarah gets knocked up and bears a child, Isaac. I'm like, okay, God, are you telling me my Isaac's coming? And don't get me wrong, getting in my word, it fuels me. I'm just like, okay, God, I see it. You talking to me. And when I'm not in my word, I'm mad. I'm just like, come on, God, what is going on? What did I do to be here at this age in my house by myself? And then I tell myself, okay, Steph, wait a minute. Maybe God has things that he wants you to accomplish before you get to that. Okay, got it. But I've accomplished all these things. What else do I need to accomplish? And then that makes me think, well, maybe you need to sit your monkey end down and stop setting these goals and focus on the one that you really want. The man and the kids. But that's not me. Then I'm like, okay, God, talk to me. Please. Because Jasmine and Sade are having conversations and it ain't lining up, and now the world looking at me like I'm crazy. Because it hurts. It hurts. And every time I think, okay, this man has potential, every single time when I start to let that wall down, boom, something happens. And it pisses me off. Because give me one good reason why I should be outside throwing cat right now. One good reason. Because everybody else doing what they want to do and they getting everything I want. I'm fighting for my life. And now I'm not okay. I'm not. And I don't have anybody checking on me because nobody cares. We only care about what Jazz can do for them. So who can I confide all of my doubts in, all of my worries about? Nobody but God. And I understand that's what we're supposed to take it to anyway. But it also, God gave man and woman for companionship. He said be a friend, and we need friends. Be a brother, be a sister. And I'm just over here being there to everybody and not getting in return. And the not getting in return part does not matter to me. What matters to me is that I'm not getting it from my person. And I don't know who he is, where he is, or how that's gonna come about, but I'm tired and it hurts. And I'm sick of crying about it. But there's nothing else I can do but sit here and wait. I don't want to marry the wrong person. I can't even get in a relationship to even get it. And it's not the lack of not being proposed to, because that has happened plenty of times, but they were not it. And I would much rather be, and I hate that I'm finna say this, but I would much rather be alone and happy and in my feelings than be in a relationship miserable with the wrong person. Yeah. Talk to me. Let me go, because I'm about to cry. And I don't know if this video is for you or for somebody else. I don't know if it is. I hope that it resonates with you. If you have insider feedback, whatever, leave it in the comments. Reach out to me. Say something. Check on me. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you guys Monday.